Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. We've got a lot to unpack, and honestly, it's a bit unsettling. So let's dive in. Recently, Donald Trump made some remarks that caught my attention, not just because of what he said, but because of what it reveals about the broader media and political landscape in this country. He was speaking at a Wall Street event and said, "The media has tamed down a little bit. They like us much better now. If they don't, we'll just have to take them on again. But we don't want to do that." Now, let's take a moment to absorb that. He is essentially claiming victory over the media, saying they've been subdued, like a dog that's learned to heel. And if they step out of line, well, he's ready to bring them back under control. That's not just confidence, that's dominance. It's him openly acknowledging the leverage he holds over these institutions. But before we get into the details, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. And here's the part that bothers me the most. There's not much pushback. I mean, where's the outrage from the media itself? Where are the editorials calling this out? The reporters demanding to know why he thinks he can dictate The silence is almost louder than the statement itself. It feels like he's tested the waters, seen that no one's willing to fight back, and now he's just saying it out. This isn't just about Trump's bravado, though. It's about the state of the media today, how it's changed, how it's weakened, and how vulnerable it is to manipulation. Let's be real. Legacy media, the traditional outlets we've relied on for decades to hold power accountable, isn't what it used to be, and that's not entirely their fault. The media landscape has shifted dramatically over the years. Revenue streams have dried up, competition from digital platforms has exploded, and corporate ownership has introduced conflicts of interest that are Take the Washington Post as an example. Jeff Bezos owns it, and while Bezos is often praised as a visionary in business, let's not forget he's also the head of Amazon. Amazon, a company with massive government contracts and plenty of reasons to stay on the good side of whoever's in power. There was a time before the election when the Post pulled a critical editorial about Trump. Since then, Bezos has been seen making nice with the Trump administration, attending events and striking a conciliatory tone. Is the Post still the fearless watchdog it claims to be, or is it just another corporate asset being used to protect broader business interests? And this isn't just a one-off. Look at the Los Angeles Times. Its billionaire owner is restructuring the paper in ways that seem more about avoiding conflict with Trump than about serving readers. Then there's Mark Zuckerberg. He's not running a traditional media outlet, but platforms like Facebook and Instagram are where millions, if not billions, of people get their news. And Zuckerberg has made his own peace offerings to Trump, from cutting checks for his inauguration to avoiding actions that might provoke his administration. These are people and organizations with enormous influence over public opinion, yet their actions suggest they're more concerned with staying in Trump's good graces than with standing up for democratic principles. So what happens when these major media players, the ones we've always expected to challenge power, start bowing to it instead? What happens when their financial ties and corporate priorities take precedence over their journalistic mission? Exactly what Trump described, a tamed media, a press that's not free but subdued, and that should scare all of us. This problem didn't start with Trump, though. The decline of independent, robust journalism has been a slow process, sped up by the rise of the internet and the collapse of traditional revenue models. Newspapers used to rely on classifieds, ads, and subscriptions. Now they're scrambling to adapt to an era where information is free and attention is the currency. Cable news networks chase ratings to survive, often prioritizing sensationalism over substance. In this environment, it's not hard to see why they might be hesitant to rock the boat with someone as powerful and vengeful as Trump. And Trump knows this. He's playing the game better than anyone else. He understands that many of these outlets need access to his administration to stay relevant. They need the scoops, the interviews, the press room seats. He's leveraging that need to keep them in check, and it's working. But here's the thing. If legacy media can't do its job, who will? That's where independent media comes in. Platforms like this one, grassroots outlets, and individual creators are stepping up to fill the void. We're not beholden to billionaires or advertisers. We don't need access to the White House to keep our operations running. And that independence allows us to speak truth to power in a way legacy media often can't or won't. However, building a sustainable ecosystem of independent journalism isn't easy. It requires support, not just financial, but also in terms of time and attention. That's where you come in. Every time you watch a video like this, share an article, or subscribe to an independent outlet, you're helping to shift the media landscape. You're investing in a model that values accountability over access and truth over profit. There's also an important lesson here for progressives. The right has long understood the value of controlling their own narrative. They've built a robust ecosystem of partisan media, Fox News, Breitbart, Newsmax, that delivers their message directly to their audience, unfiltered. Progressives, on the other hand, have often relied on legacy outlets to carry their message. But here's the truth. Those outlets aren't on anyone's team. They're institutions with their own agendas, and those agendas don't always align with progressive values. If progressives want their message to resonate, they need to stop relying on legacy media and start building their own platforms. Independent, progressive outlets can deliver messages directly and effectively without the risk of distortion or This isn't just about countering Trump or conservative narratives. It's about creating a media environment that's diverse, resilient, and capable of holding all power accountable. In the end, Trump's comments about taming the media are a wake-up call. He's shown us the weaknesses in our system. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to continue relying on institutions that have proven they can be compromised, or are we going to support the ones that prioritize democracy over dollars? The choice is ours, and the stakes couldn't be higher.